This is Comic Geek Speak, episode 54. Welcome to Comic Geek Speak, brought to you in conjunction with WorldFamousComics.com. Your spot on the internet for the best comic book and entertainment-related columns, contests, features, reviews, news, resources, and more. I'm Brian Deemer.
I'm Matt.
I'm Johnny D.
Kevin Moyer.
Shane Kelly.
Jamie D.
I'm Peter Rios.
We are sexy bitches, yeah!
I was totally not expecting that.
You can't steal my name. That's my name.
Mine now.
Oh, we are so throwing down. Thunderdome.
Oh, man.
Jamie, I got to tell you, when you had your wallet out a second ago, I thought you were going to whip out that business card.
No. This is why I was going to bring it out, because everybody's bitching that Peter's the only one putting money in. So it's, let's see, Perez was drawing a picture of Ra's al Ghul, and it was for a comic written by Mark Millar, and fuck. So there you go. That's $1 worth of quarters.
Oh, boy. Well, before we get started with the show, it's too late, I guess, I'll give you a reminder about our September...
Crinkle it.
A reminder of our September contest is... what the hell is our September contest? Take a picture of yourself in front of a sign that, somehow comic-related, and include you holding some sort of sign or something that says Comic Geek Speak. And have some sort of prop that relates, to whatever the sign is that you're in front of. All right, I hope you understand that, because I don't feel like explaining it in detail right now. And then
What's the prize?
Oh, the prize is we'll get all these pictures and we'll pick the best one, whether it made us laugh the most or whether it's the most comic related or whatever.
Creative.
Yes, and then the winner gets their choice of either a subscription to Alter Ego magazine or Back Issue magazine, courtesy of Tomorrow's Publishing. They are officially sponsoring this contest, and so those are both awesome magazines. So believe me, you want to go find a sign that is somehow comic related, because you need this magazine. You want to do the book of the month?
Yep, another reminder here. Book of the month for September is Fables, Legends in Exile by Bill Willingham, the writer. And the artist, since we've been hemming and hawing, is Lan Medina. He's the penciler. I'll even give a shout out to Steve Laiola and Greg Hamilton, inkers. And, Alex Malev, original series covers.
Really?
That's kind of cool. So it's Fables, Legends in Exile, and you can get that discounted at InStockTrades.com.
Yeah, for a special discount of 40% off.
I have to give a shout out to LT of I Read Comics podcast. She sent me a nice little care package this week.
Oh, did she?
Yep. That had a couple Star Wars items in that she got from a friend of hers. 2 British Star Wars comics and an Insider magazine, which was very nice. I was very excited.
I haven't gotten anything from LT.
Perked up my Friday.
Do you know where she got those? Did
She
say where?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
where.
I'm preempting her show. I don't know. But
I wasn't sure if she would want.
I don't care.
It's she got them from a friend of hers that works at Lucasfilm. When they were transferring offices to the new facility,
they
were cleaning out their backstock of duplicates in the file, and they came out.
She was at Skywalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you knew that part of
Well,
it.
that's where I thought the whole offices were. Yeah. But did she meet George?
I have no idea. I'm sure she'll tell the story, but yeah, she was actually at Skywalker Ranch when she got those books. So that's cool.
That's cool. I did just download a new episode of hers, number 8, so I'll have to listen to that and see if she says anything on that.
See, we're jealous of her living in San Francisco now, but when the earthquake comes, we'll be laughing.
Jesus.
But she always has a place to stay out here with one of us if she makes it that far out
That's true.
Out of California. But that was cool.
Earthquakes in California are like thunderstorms here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
until
like,
the big 9.0 comes and the entire city
when I was
falls
out there
into the
for
ocean.
6 weeks,
City
there was
state.
4 earthquakes, and it's like nothing stops. It just keeps going. The day goes on. It's like to them it's nothing.
Oh yeah.
It's just when the big
when the big one comes.
The other thing we asked in the previous episode is we're doing an experiment with our Google ads.
Oh yes.
We want you to just go every day and just click the ad just once. Click both.
Well,
you
there
said,
are two
right?
ads.
There are two ads. Yeah.
Click each of them one time, and we want to see if we have 1,000 listeners. Click 2 clicks every day for a week. How much money will we make on Google Ads? So, just an experiment. So we need your help for that.
And one more thing, finally, it's September, so go and vote in Podcast Alley.
Yes. Okay. So, we have should we do any listener emails, or should we... All right, we'll do...
Just do the New Orleans thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, we have a couple listeners from the New Orleans area, and they have sent us some email. Let me find...
So that's Nolans, Louisiana.
I can't believe all that. I was watching it last night. I had to turn it off. I was depressed. It was terrible.
I gotta find this email. Here we go.
He's right. Oh.
The first one is Chris Vaccaro. He sent us several emails in the past. He says, "Hail Geeks. I send this email from the edge of the destruction. Don't know if you have the world domination map handy, but I'm in southern Louisiana. Little nothing town called Tickfaw, about 60 miles from New Orleans and the border of Katrina's wrath. My family and I were lucky. No power or phones or water, but no real damage or injury either. The only reason I'm able to send this is that I work in Baton Rouge at a major hospital where we have internet access. I'm sure you've seen and heard of the horrors in New Orleans, so I implore you geeks, please call in all your favors. Send the Avengers, send the Fantastic Four, send Magneto, send the JLA and the JSA, send the Teen Titans, send the Authority, send Tom Strong." He says Swamp Thing is here, but Big Green, he's taking nature's side and saying that New Orleans isn't supposed to be here anyway. It's bad down here, guys. It really is. So many people have lost so much. I've seen so many patients with so many terrible stories. Maybe this could spark a discussion on what superheroes would do in the real world, how they would deal with these kinds of disasters. Surely all their days couldn't be filled with dealing with supervillains. I don't know. I bet you can make a whole show of it. I do have to confess that the first thing I worry about every hurricane season when we lose power is how long can my 20 long boxes survive in Louisiana humidity. Okay, what do you...
I'm just getting, that would be such a thing for me.
Yeah, because you had that flood.
In my basement that time, yeah.
I think the big mistake is that he didn't list to call the Crusaders.
Yes. Chris. And he says, "Okay, we're getting another barrage of EMS vehicles. See you later."
We could send paperboard down to just lay all the newspapers around.
Soak
like
up
crazy,
soak
up all the water.
Go to a recycling center and have them just load them up.
The thing to do is just, there are so many websites out there who are just, people, they're just saying donate money and
well, there's a lot of comic things going on too.
Right. Oh yeah,
a lot of the creators have stepped in and offering things either on auctions or in some way, shape, or form that you can purchase things, and all the proceeds will be going to the relief funds.
Yeah, I was just talking to the owner of our local comic shop, and he had said he had been on a conference call with Joe Quesada, and Peter David. Basically, they were pimping the new book, the new Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and he was the owner of the store was one of the last people to ask questions. And one of his questions was what was Marvel going to do for the victims of Katrina? And Peter David said, "Oh, that's a great question, Lem. Joe, what are we going to do?" And Joe kind of said they were going to do a couple things. They were working on it, but he didn't have any specifics. And then Peter David said that he wanted to make the announcement that all the royalties from his first issue of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, he was going to donate to the relief funds. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Wow.
I know the Bendis board is holding an auction. I know DC's doing something, but I can't remember what I read that yesterday.
Well, I think the biggest thing is that Rob Liefeld is auctioning off all his pages from Teen Titans 27. And
Here's your chance, Peter, to get one.
All the funds from that auction of all those pages will be donated strictly to the relief fund.
Good for him, yeah. DC is basically, I guess they're saying, which they did before, where they're giving their retailers
free comics.
For now, I think, they're going to honor their orders.
Yeah, for all the orders they have in.
Right.
And then just give them to them for free to sell to their customers.
Right. And I guess later maybe they follow up on it, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm trying to find. I know I got one other email from somebody else in that area, and I don't remember who it came from. Unfortunately, I didn't tag it properly here.
Well, while you're looking for that, do you think there'll be another kind of special issue like they did? I remember with Spider-Man how after 9/11 there was that special issue. Do you see something like that coming out for?
I think somebody will do something, even if it's a compilation of things like they did the trades of different artists and writers doing stories around 9/11,
I mean,
poems, whatever.
Yeah, and right now the thing they're saying is just money. Donate
Yeah.
money. Donate $1 or whatever. I mean, our fans, when they rallied behind Brian, maybe they could even just pitch in somewhere. Whenever you see a Red Cross sign or something like that, just
because I mean they're
try
not
to
talking
donate your money.
4 months. They're talking like years.
Oh, yeah.
That no one's going to be really in New Orleans at all.
And that's one of the important things. If you are going to donate to somebody that you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the
Red Cross is usually the best bet to donate to any
you
type
always
of
hear
disaster
these
fund.
horror stories where people make off with money. It's like just go to the big one. And
Yep.
I think there shouldn't be any other charities probably right now except for the Red Cross, just to
And
funnel all the money through one place and they can get everything coordinated properly.
Right. So Red Cross is the biggest and the most important if you're going to send money. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, then they're always interested in perishable goods and clothing that you can send down.
Non-perishable goods?
Non-perishable. I'm sorry. Yes, perishable.
Send some
Send
tomatoes.
rotten bananas and. But no, non-perishable goods and clothing are very important. That you can always, again, donate to a lot of centers in your local area. You can check up or call the Red Cross, and they'll be able to help you out that way as well.
Yeah, I wonder if the Goodwill places are just collecting stuff and then shipping it down there.
Yeah,
I can imagine stuff like that.
I even want to say one time I heard about like the Marines, because they do Toys for Tots, doing toys for the kids so they have something to play with and occupy their times, books, whatever, anything.
I don't know. I can't find this email. So
I was actually thinking. I think some of the stuff I was looking to sell, maybe I'll just donate like identity disc for somebody to enjoy.
Yeah, that's kind of cruel.
Again,
That's,
it goes
I
along the
don't know if we
lines
wanna
of
do that.
goes along the lines of sopping up the water. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of about all.
They needed toilet paper. I heard. That's
I don't even
good
think it's
for
good
that.
enough for that.
6-1 half dozen the other.
all right, I'll just
Any other emails?
I'll just find the oldest email here.
Back from 1996.
All right. Here is one from Klaus Emmer. Just wanted to drop you a line saying I love your guys' podcast. I started subscribing at the end of June and have been enjoying catching up with the many podcasts. On either episode 34 or 35, you guys were talking about celebrity writers on comic titles. I was wondering what your opinion on the new Ultimate Iron Man written by Orson Scott Card was. He says he's the author of Ender's Game, by far the most amazing sci-fi book ever written. On the subject of opinions, curious what you guys thought of Marvel's new universe back when it happened. What can I say? I was young and impressionable back then, but remember Cyforce and DP7 very fondly. In the same group, what about Strikeforce Moratori? Anyway, I truly enjoy the podcast and look forward to hearing the next one. Keep them coming. That is hilarious.
You doing a touchdown there, Peter?
Yeah. I'm in tune with you people out there, man.
Tell them the story.
Go ahead.
We had an interview lined up, and just through unfortunate events, we had to cancel it postpone it for this episode. So I just threw it out there. I said, why don't we talk about, because I have a list of ideas for the shows and stuff that when we always mention it, I try to keep a list. Let's talk about Marvel's New Universe and Marvel's 2099. Because those were two lines that Marvel tried out, and I said, let's talk about it. I got emails, are you serious? A phone call, really? No, I'm like, yeah, let's talk about it. So we were going to talk about it. Now we're not going to talk about it.
Till later.
Till later.
Another
we
episode.
postponed that one as well because we have another thing planned for today. But that's funny that we just got that email, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
There are no.
Has anybody read this Ultimate Iron Man with Orson Scott Card?
No.
I looked around the room before I started talking. Yes, I have, and it's not bad. It's an interesting take on the whole Tony Stark, Iron Man type thing. I'm curious to see where he finishes up with it. It's been delayed so long, and I think number 3 just came in my order this month. But it's been enjoyable, and once it comes in trade, I definitely would recommend. If you haven't picked it up, pick it up.
So we'll get back to that whole new universe in a later episode.
All right. This one is from Richard. He says, "Hello, gang. I am Richard in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Just started listening to your podcast via iTunes, and I enjoy it. A couple of quick items. Number one, San Diego is a must for any comic fan. I was at the 2004 Comic-Con. I was honored to see Will Eisner at what would be his last awards ceremony. 2, I liked your show on Independence, but I feel you glossed over a lot of books. Maybe you could take some time in a future show to concentrate on a couple of favorites. 3, in the Independence show, you probably should have mentioned Art Spiegelman's Mouse. I think Mouse is one of the greatest modern comics. It really showed the range that comics have. It is a truly literary book. Number 4, I caught the Wallace and Gromit pics on the website. Was there any footage of the movie shown at San Diego? That's enough for now. I'm sure I will read again. Take care, Richard." There wasn't any footage from the Wallace and Gromit movie. It was just some of the sets and stuff like that. And as far as Mouse, I guess we didn't talk about it on the Independent episode, but we did mention it. We talked about it like when we were doing the 100 Best Trades and a bunch of times, yeah. So we're well aware of Mouse, and I think it's almost one of those things. It's such a staple, people just kind of take it for granted. When you talk about it, it almost doesn't feel like an independent book because it's gotten so much publicity that it, we just gloss right over it. I guess.
Yeah, I tend not to think of it as a comic, more along the lines of a trade paperback as far as that goes.
Yeah.
So when we were doing Independence, I was doing more of a monthly book, even though I don't know the history if that actually came out monthly or if that was just a graphic novel originally. I think it was just a graphic novel originally.
Might have been released in episodes in the New Yorker.
That's what I thought. I thought it was in a magazine, and I was thinking New Yorker, but I wasn't sure on that.
Yeah, I'm not 100% positive on that.
All right. Should we go on to so we have time to do our? One of the listeners on the forum, I apologize because I don't remember who came up with the idea, but they suggested that we should do an entire show of trivia because we've heard so much about Peter's trivia game that he's created. So that's what we're going to do. So, Peter, why don't you tell everyone how the rules work here?
Basically, it's based right off of Trivial Pursuit. It's based into 6 categories and 2 companies, Marvel and DC. The categories are continuity, which is like a history category, obviously. Geography, which is self-explanatory. Powers, which includes powers and paraphernalia and weapons and companies and animals and tech and stuff like that. Events, which is all like crossovers, story arcs, also kind of big news in the comic industry. Characters, which is again self-explanatory. It also deals with like teams, not just solo characters. And the final one is Hypertime, and it's it's basically like a potpourri, and it deals with a lot of the other companies, and also with movies and cartoons and toys and TV, and it's everything like basically comic related, but in other mediums. So the way it works is there's two dice. One of them has a Marvel and DC symbols on it. The other one has the category symbols on it. And we divided ourselves up into 2 teams. We got Brian, Matt, and Johnny D on one side. And we got Kevin, Shane, and Jamie D on the other. And I'll play the question reader.
Moderator.
The moderator.
Alex.
I'll play Alex Trebek. And we have basically a paper. This is the easy way to play this game. We have a paper broken up into DC with all the categories and Marvel with all the categories. And you guys tell me you just want to try to get one of each, no matter what category.
Yeah, for our abridged version for the show. Yeah.
So their goal is to answer continuity, a geography, a powers and events, a characters, and a hypertime, and they can bounce back as long as they
unless
just
it goes
one.
real fast, in which case then we'll.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it generally doesn't.
Now, do
But
you want to?
I'm afraid people will know just how little we do know.
Do you want to do for this? It might make it a little more interesting to do the steal way to do it, like the other team
but
could
if
steal.
then we're talking into the microphone and we can't whisper then.
Oh, that's true.
So
That's
we
true.
can't do the steal.
Okay,
But
that makes
also,
sense.
if we did the steal, we'd have to limit it to time-wise because we take forever when we
I
steal.
know. We should have our little thing. So just whoever wants to go first, pick which group wants to go
Doesn't
first.
matter. We need a sheet.
The sheets are there.
Oh, we got the flash.
Oh, shit. We
We got Wonder Woman.
Perez Wonder Woman on the back. Damn it! And if you haven't checked out our frickin' Swear, we got some pretty cool cartoons. One of them's on the whole Perez thing, and the other one's Kevin with Moon Knight. It's really fun.
At least I say Munch's name right. I don't get it with you, man.
I just avoid it altogether.
It's years. We're talking years. Like that one guy said.
It would be like if Kevin said Moonknigget or something like that. That's
That's a little stretchy. All right, so we're going to see how these guys, they always laugh at me when I mess up. Let's just see what these guys know.
No, we're just laughing because of all the stupid Legion pre-crisis world questions we get.
All right, so Brian's team's going to go first.
Ooh.
All right, we got DC geography. Oh, God, it's the worst. It's always some Legion world question.
Pre-crisis Legion world.
Yeah, but you guys got John, so John is an encyclopedia of Legion homeworld.
Yeah, but it's getting to the point now where it's been so long since I've read them. It's all starting to just go away.
All right, here we go. So, DC geography. In Swamp Thing, what river runs through the green? The area where the Parliament of Trees
I've never read a
is
single
at.
issue of Swamp Thing, so I have no idea.
It's in South America, I believe. So the I
Amazon?
guess, yeah, I would say the Amazon.
It's actually the Tefe River, which is
Oh, that's right.
the
Yeah,
river that he names his daughter after.
Of course.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Erie.
Mississippi. All right, Kevin group here.
Marvel powers.
Marvel powers, paraphernalia, and da-da-da-da. See, and this is how random these questions are, because you get that question, and then you get something like this. What color cape did the third Nomad wear?
I didn't even know there were 3 nomads.
Is that gonads or no?
So we don't have to worry about stealing.
have to worry about whispering.
Right.
that's true.
Right.
Yellow, and then Shane.
They should almost have.
Well, Kevin could have that mic when we could trade that mic.
Yeah,
when
trade
we're
that
not.
mic back just so he's.
Third nomad.
Here, Kevin, use
What do you
the
think?
mic.
Yellow, red, and blue?
I was thinking
Yeah,
yellow.
I'm thinking yellow too.
Yeah.
Let's go with
Yellow.
yellow. Yep.
Yellow is correct. So now they would cross off
Marvel
Marvel
powers.
powers,
When
right?
they get to go again.
Right, and you guys get to go.
Go ahead. Marvel continuity.
Marvel continuity.
Jeez, they're looking at all the Marvel questions.
See again. So just trying to pick random questions. Who shot Storm, causing her to lose her powers?
Oh, I know that question.
I don't know the answer to
I think I know the answer to that.
Was that during the whole Morlock hunt thing?
That's what I was thinking too.
Was it? I can see her, but I can't. Was
It's not Callisto.
it wasn't her?
I don't.
That's
Well,
what I
I'm
was
saying
gonna
is it
think.
not? Because I remember
If it
she
was.
I don't know the answer.
she and her fought.
I don't think.
To gain the leader of the
Yeah, later
Morlocks.
the Morlocks.
But I don't know if she was shot.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's who I was thinking of as soon as he said the question. So,
That's all I can think of. So we'll just go with it. Callisto.
Eh.
Nah.
Henry Peter Gyrich.
Ooh.
okay.
And then Forge jumped on him, and because
Yeah.
they were actually aiming for Rogue, I think. Remember
See,
that
I was
Uncanny
going to
X-Men
say
issue?
I thought it was Forge. I was forgetting that he was helping her. Like
Yeah.
at first, I thought he accidentally shot her.
He
or
developed the gun. Then.
whatever.
Right,
Okay, that's
yeah,
what he
that's-
did.
that's
That's
what-
why I
yeah.
was thinking that.
Yeah, he's the one that
At
created
least
it.
I was in the ballpark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brian.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
That's pretty good. All right, roll them up, big boy.
DC powers.
DC powers. Wonder Woman and the Amazons wear the bracelets of... And I'm not looking for what they're made of. This is kind of pre-crisis Wonder Woman.
Bracelets of Hercules, like in
Don't look at
memory
me.
of Hercules binding the women, I think, something like that.
Hey, that sounds good. Go with it.
I'm gonna say,
way, Brian?
yeah, I'll say Hercules.
Your thinking was kind of was on the right track.
Heracles.
No. It's the bracelets of submission.
Okay.
But it could.
I thought bondage, but
Actually, bracelets of submission is better.
Yeah.
I have to agree.
Marvel events.
Marvel events.
I figure I'll say what they are because that'll be the only thing I answer.
Marvel events.
Marvel events. This is. So you have to go back and rewrite some of these questions or move them because this is not quite an event. But anyway, who wrote the Bishop miniseries drawn by Carlos Pacheco?
Who cares?
Yeah, that was mine.
Was it Fabian?
I was thinking Fabian Nishiz.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Chiesa.
Anybody know over that team now?
Apparently
It's
nothing.
John Ostrander.
Oh, okay.
Is that Johnny O?
Johnny O.
Johnny O.
All right, roll them up.
DC Powers.
DC Powers.
Somebody else is rolling next time. 'Cause you're getting the freaking DC questions.
Goddamn ridiculous.
Jesus, titty fucking Christ.
What did the Time Trapper create in the Silver Age Legion or Pre-Crisis Legion to prevent the Legion from traveling forward into the future?
I never read a single Legion issue ever.
I think it says something simple called like the time barrier, but
Hey, whatever you gotta say is better than what I have.
When Peter read that, this is the other team, I was going, wah, 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 in my head.
Got to get cracking on that Legion, man. Legion's
If they
got
would-
a
if they would-
huge history.
If they would put anything out,
that's
like
true.
we
It's
were
all in
talking, if they
archives.
would if they would do the Legion Chronicles and Legion Showcase, I'll read it.
Sure.
You know what? Actually, Legion would be great for the Chronicles because
Yeah.
they do cross over in a lot of
Right.
different titles. That would be a great Chronicles.
I refuse to pay $50 for the
Yeah,
freaking
they're out of their
archives,
minds
yeah.
with that
So
shit.
if they put it out in trade or put it in the Chronicles, I think would be the best thing. They
Yeah,
could do.
for them, yep. Not even Essentials. I would do. Essentials would be nice, but Chronicles would be great to get that in order.
Right.
Should have picked up those hardback archives at the book warehouse when you saw me carrying 15 of them.
Any idea?
well, you said in the question to keep them from going forward in time.
Yeah. Forward to his time specifically.
Yeah, I'll just say the time barrier.
It's the Iron Curtain of Time,
Gee,
Same thing.
like the whole Iron Curtain of
Yeah, can you-
of Russia. Of that.
can you
know.
tell when that was written?
Yeah.
Marvel Hyper Time.
Oh, you bastard! You better get a Oh well, no, not a son of a bitch.
Careful what you wish for.
All right, so it's kind of like a cross-company question. What is the name of the Hawkman type character in the Squadron Supreme?
It's the Lark.
The Michael Lark.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
The Lark. Is it? Well, there's more than that, isn't it? It's Lark. It's not Meadow Lark.
Morning Lark.
Pansy Lark.
We should have music.
Come on, Jamie, help me out on this one.
It's Squadron Supreme.
I can picture it.
It's been so long since I've read it, and I agree with you. I can picture them, but I can't think of their names.
Because it wouldn't be Nighthawk. Would it?
It's like distracting.
Might have been.
Our fans are somebody out there is going. No, I know it.
Yes.
Play it home.
There was a
Play it home. And send
female
us an email
character.
if you are doing good on this.
And I think that was her with Lark, but Nighthawk.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Final answer. Nighthawk's the Batman version. It's Blue Eagle. And you're thinking of Lady Lark.
Lady
who
Lark,
is- but
that's
that's
it.
Black Canary's
Right.
counterpart. Yeah.
All right.
Roll them up. You guys
Roll-
suck.
roll those
You
dice.
guys suck, man. You should have. We should.
Oh!
Hey, could you imagine if we put a
DC
quarter?
Geography.
I wouldn't put a quarter on this stuff.
Yeah,
We should have done like a penny for each wrong
DC
answer.
Geography.
a penny I'll do. A penny I'll do.
Step right up front.
Yeah. Is this weighted? What's the deal here?
DC Geography.
It's the weight of the ink for the circle.
Let's switch dice.
Isaiah the High Father is the leader of what planet?
New Genesis.
New Genesis.
Oh!
Ding, ding,
That
ding,
one I
ding,
knew.
ding.
Holy crap!
Like the one geography question I would probably know.
Are you roll that again? You can, come on.
Marvel Geography.
Marvel
That's
Geography.
maybe a little better.
All right. What was the name of the island where the Fantastic Four first confronted Mole Man?
Wasn't it just Monster Island?
No, that sounds good.
Monster Isle is correct.
Of course, we didn't need another geography.
Well, we did say if you duplicate your category, you can cross off another category.
Oh, we did say that?
Yeah, we didn't say it now, but that's usually how we play the game. Like if you already answered a geography question,
which one do we want to cross off?
Cross off another one.
Events. Of course, we just got Marvel events. I just rolled Marvel events.
But we do it for the other
I don't know,
company,
do like
not
characters or
for
something.
the same company, right?
Well, since we're only picking one, you only need to
Yeah,
get
or Hyper Time.
Hyper time?
Yeah, do Hyper Time.
cross out hyper time. Okay. Marvel events.
Yeah.
In DC versus Marvel, the 4-issue miniseries, Spectre is to the DC universe as who is to the Marvel universe? Who is his counterpart?
Jeez.
Thank God we have John on our team. I'm good at keeping score here.
That's what I do.
Well, I don't think it was Ghost Rider.
I circle things.
But
Was
they're
something
kinda
more.
similar, aren't they?
Yeah, but I was thinking, was it something more cosmic, like eternity?
Oh, God.
Don't shake your head there. You're helping
No,
him
well,
out.
no. I mean, but just
Um,
yeah, they are winning.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, for those scoring at home, we now have 2, and they only have 1. Take that, shiznit pimp.
Just remember.
Apparently, you guys have the wrong D on your team.
I don't know. Your guess is as
Marvel's
good as mine.
cosmic.
yeah, I'm gonna say eternity.
Living Tribunal.
Ah, damn.
Living Tribunal.
All right, here we go, guys.
That's in the Marvel Universe?
Yeah.
Marvel Hyper Time.
Marvel Hyper Time. Bombshell, Shrapnel, and Kickback are the Decepticons collectively known as. They're passing it off
I'm
to
saying
Shane.
the Insecticons.
Insecticons.
Oh.
Yeah, boy.
I didn't know.
Marvel Hyper Time. Next. Now we're tied.
Time for a rally.
Marvel characters.
What's
Characters.
It's these dice.
'Cause mine are all that's all Marvel on mine. So
Oh, yeah, it must be.
Yeah, right.
It's okay. As much as I love DC, I'm not very good at the trivia anymore.
The character known as Icarus, I'll spell it, Ikaris. Is he an Eternal, an Inhuman, or a Deviant?
I was thinking Inhuman, but he might be a deviant.
That's what happens
I'm
when you have
thinking
control of the...
That's right.
I thought
Control
he was
the mixing
Inhuman,
board.
but I thought he was one of the deviants. One of the, with the,
We have to send that music to that guy who emailed
one
us,
of the
remember?
unformed
Yeah, I
had to
human
find
type,
it.
The last
Right.
monster type
It
one.
was the last episode.
go ahead, go with it.
Deviant.
Eternal. He's that blonde-haired...
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking Inhuman.
Yeah, I was thinking Inhuman and Deviant. I don't know why.
DC Hyper Time.
DC Hyper Time. In the classic poem, Solomon Grundy was born on a...
Monday.
Monday.
Oh,
Yep.
jeez.
That was a question?
Yeah?
All right.
So you
Now
already
we
have
can cross
Hyper
something
Time.
else off.
Hickory dickory dock. The mouse went up the.
I don't know. Events?
Hey, you know...
Toadstool.
It doesn't go as low as like who is
Sure,
Bruce
what the heck.
Wayne, but you know every
It
now
should.
And then, every now and then it has an easy
Marvel Hyper Time.
Marvel Hyper Time.
Transformers.
I finally roll Marvel, and it's on a question that really has nothing to do with Marvel.
What year did Jack Kirby pass away?
The 93?
I was working at the store. Well, that
I know,
narrows it
yeah.
down to
Narrows it
3
down.
years. 91, 92, or 93.
Because I'm pretty sure he passed away when I went.
It was at the
to
new fairground store.
Pittsburgh.
It was at the new fairground store, so that can 93.
I think 93.
Anybody over here will know a guess on that?
It was either 92 or 93.
It's 94.
Oh,
Damn.
1994.
shit.
Marvel Powers.
I was still working there until because I left for the summer in Mexico, so I was still working there through '94.
Damn it. These always make me laugh. Which Death Throes member specializes in juggling objects of dissimilar sizes and weights? Those wacky Death Throes. Death Throes.
Duh.
I can only think of Oddball, and he doesn't juggle. He's the one that has all the the billiard balls and stuff like that he
Right.
throws.
Right.
It's all you.
And I'm ashamed I even know that.
Well, that's from that Hawkeye miniseries.
Yeah.
Eh?
Is it something as simple as like the juggler? Something.
It could be. I don't know.
No.
Go ahead, guess.
The juggler.
that knick-knack?
Yeah.
Knick-knack. Knick-knack.
Marvel events.
Marvel events.
I think we should actually play. You have to get both of them on both.
Yeah, for
The top
you.
is going pretty good.
We still got a lot.
Yeah, for you have 5. Sure.
You've already started crossing them off.
No, I can because we substituted this geography for the hypertime, but then we actually got a hypertime and substituted for events, so we just don't have events.
Now, this is one of these questions that I have on here that it's called a head-to-head where both teams get to play. All right. Whoever gets the most. Name the 15 members of the X-Men that were shared between Uncanny and the regular title X-Men at the start of the 1991 Mutant Genesis revamp.
Wow.
So start your writing.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
And while they're doing that,
better talk or something.
while they're doing that,
I'll do your
yeah, I'm gonna do a little September dates while they're powwowing on this. 1875, September 1st, Edgar Rice Burroughs was born. September 21st, 1912, Chuck Jones was born. September 19th, 1929, Adam West was born. September 24th, 1936, Jim Henson was born. September 26th, 1941, Max Fleischer and Paramount Pictures Superman cartoons begin with the Mad Scientist, costing $50,000. September 8th, 1947, Avi Arad was born in Cyprus. September 9th, 1951, Michael Keaton was born. September 25th, 1952, Christopher Reeve was born. We have, this is hugely important, 1956, cover date September/October of 1956. Showcase number 4 was the first appearance of The Flash and also the start of the Silver Age. September 16th, Kurt Busiek was born, 1960. Cover date of 1963, September, Avengers number 1 and X-Men number 1 hit the stands. We have cover date of September of 1966. Spy-Man number 1 was the first work of Jim Steranko. We have a couple cartoon series that came out in September, obviously because it's the big fall season. In 1966, on September 10th, The New Adventures of Superman aired on CBS.
Oh.
September 14th, 1968, The Batman Superman Hour aired on CBS. September 6th, 1969, The Batman Superman Hour was canceled, partly from protests by Actions for Children's Television because of all the violent content. Cover date of September 69, Justice League America in 74 was when Black Canary joined the JLA. September 8th, the Super Friends cartoon aired on ABC in 1973. Challenge of the Super Friends aired in September of 1978.
We good with that?
And how you guys doing over there? You almost done?
We have 2 more to write down.
We
Okay.
got them all.
And September 5th of what year, Jamie?
1966.
September 5th of 1966, our own Jamie D was born.
Woohoo!
So you're going on 39, right? Yeah. So he'll be 39 this
Yours-
this episode will air
September
after
9th.
his
Right? You're September 5th. Okay.
September 5th, yeah.
Okay.
I always like to say there were 3 things that debuted in that same week.
Uh-huh.
There was Batman, the live action series, Star Trek, and me.
All good things.
All good campy things that got canceled and came back in a past life. I mean, in you know,
In the next
that
generation.
people rallied around and got going. All right, so we'll continue that if we ever
All right,
And then
I
we'll
think
get
we're
back to
ready
that.
now.
All right, here we go. Who had the question? It was you guys.
We
Or
had the
You
question.
had the
Them.
question. So you guys can go first.
Just say if they're right or wrong.
We got Wolverine,
What'd you say?
Just tell us if they're right or wrong that we can mark.
Right. Yes.
Storm,
Yes.
Cyclops,
Yes.
Jean Grey,
Yes.
Colossus,
Yes.
Bishop,
No.
Oh, come on.
Archangel,
Yes.
Jubilee,
Yes.
Beast,
Yes.
Iceman,
Yes.
Professor X,
Uh-huh.
Rogue,
Uh-huh.
Gambit,
Yep.
Nightcrawler,
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Psylocke.
Yes.
That's
all.
all.
And that's it. All right. What do you guys have to add to that list?
Forge and Kitty Pride.
Forge, yes. Kitty Pryde, no.
No.
Oh, we got one more than they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what are the other ones? you have
That's
to-
it.
That's it.
all we
Yeah.
had. Who was the one we missed?
You missed Banshee.
That's right, because it was the blue and the gold team.
Yep. Did anybody say Colossus?
Yes.
Okay.
That
And
was it, Banshee.
you got all. It was Banshee. Was
Yeah,
it?
Damn
Only
it,
missed.
Forge. I
Woohoo.
said Forge too.
So they stole it.
Because it was Nightcrawler on Excalibur still at the time?
Yeah. So was Kitty
Damn
Pryde.
it. That's what I
I
thought.
thought Forge had gone to
That's why
X
Kitty Pryde was with
Factor
her, but I thought
at that
we-
point.
Not yet. Yeah. I mean, he does eventually.
Excellent.
Good
I started
steal,
Man
guys.
Scribble. I was like,
Good
woohoo,
steal, yeah.
whoo, I know some of that. God. Marvel Hyper Time.
Marvel Hyper Time.
I loved Forge.
See, now when
I was
when we
reading
play
that.
around this, when we first started and something like this would come, I'd have a smart assy. It's Optimus Prime because it's usually Transformers.
Oh,
but
Hyper
now
Time
that
question.
now that we've played a long time, we all keep our mouths shut in case we give each other the answer because we usually steal.
Here we go. Zachary Johnson is what Astro City character? I should really move.
Blank stares all around.
I should move all my
The thing
Astro
is,
City
both
questions
Kevin and I
over to
freaking
DC.
love Astro City, and that's what's killing me about
Zachary Johnson.
Zachary Johnson.
this. Not Samaritan.
Fans are going to rally against you for that.
We can talk. We can talk.
You hear all those birthdays in September? It was fantastic.
I wasn't paying attention.
Edgar Rice, Chuck Jones, Adam West, Jim Henson, Avi Arad, Michael Keaton, Christopher Reeve, Kurt Busiek.
Silver Age.
Matt asked what was canceled. The Batman Superman hour was canceled actually. So a year later, it aired in '68. It was canceled in '69
Because Zachary's kind of
because of too much violence.
Okay.
What do you got?
Silver Agent.
Well, they didn't hear the answer because Jamie was talking
Say it
like
again.
Silver Agent.
No, it was Jack in the Box.
Oh, son of a!
Always go with your impulse.
Always go with the gut.
I'm gonna go with you from now on. I'm not even gonna say
That's the first thing I look at
I'm
Jamie
not
and I go,
saying anything.
it's Jack in the Box, isn't it? He's like, I don't know. I said, well, it's either him or
I
him or
just didn't
Silver
remember
Age.
him as Zachary. Fudge.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll the thing again
Because
because
you
I
already
already
got
had
geography.
geography. All right, Marvel Hyper Time.
Oh, can't say that because we actually had that in one of the Stump the Rios. What word does Mike Moran speak to transform into Miracle Man?
Kimota.
Yeah, but we had that before. Well, actually, John wasn't here though when that one.
Too bad.
Yeah, so I
Too
got
bad.
it.
Moving
Yeah, I
on.
got a circle.
Yeah.
Moving on. Moving on.
Because I was looking at you with a blank
Come on,
stare.
Alex.
Too bad. Moving on.
Here we go. Hyper time. This is a good question. What are the 6 weapons of power used by characters in the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon?
That's a great question.
All right.
You never watched that one?
It was never. I don't remember it ever being on.
Oh, that was like CBS.
That was
back in
awesome.
the 80s,
Great.
83.
Tiamat. All right. The Cavalier had the shield. Like, do you actually have to know just like the weapon itself?
Yeah. There's no special name. That's 1.
The Barbarian had the club.
2.
The Acrobat had the like staff.
3.
The Thief had the cloak
4.
of invisibility.
4.
The Ranger had the magic bow.
5.
Somebody must have had a
Oh, I
sword,
know
right?
what it is.
No sword because that's too dangerous for kids to play with.
You might poke someone with that.
I know the
Who am I
last one.
forgetting here?
A
Cavalier.
a crossbow,
Acrobat.
a sling.
One kid had the magic, whatever.
Oh, yeah. The guy had the magic hat.
Yeah,
the
Cat.
magician.
Yep. You got them all. Yep.
Thank you.
Good job.
That was a fun cartoon.
That's a great cartoon.
Marvel continuity.
Marvel continuity. The Soviet super soldiers known as Dark Star and Vanguard are the children of which Defenders villain?
I know so little. It's really sad.
Yeah, I haven't read enough of the Defenders to
Yeah.
get this. I don't know if they're.
Ooh, hey, you know what? I do have a little power over Brian.
There you go. Good job.
Did they
Turn
have
on his
like
mic.
Dark Force power? That's what I can't remember now. Is their father like a demon or something, or is it just some superpower?
Hey, I have no idea. The only Defenders I ever read was that
Did you
recent
pick up
one
the
with
Defenders Essential?
no.
No,
Yeah, I picked that up. I just haven't read it yet.
just haven't read it.
Uh,
I was interested in reading that because that series was wacky. The first couple hundred issues.
It was wacky, like, from its inception, wacky.
It just
That one actually includes one of my favorite like 2-issue arcs where it was like when Nighthawk was in it, and they did the whole membership drive where they were all, and then like the Hulk was in it for something, and some of the guys decided they were going to beat up the Hulk to show that they could be part of the Defenders. And it was just all
crazy.
just craziness, wackiness, and it's still one of my favorite.
How long
guilty
did that
pleasures.
series run?
130 ish.
Yeah, 128, something like
Yeah.
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 Wow.
All right, I'm thinking maybe like Crimson Dynamo.
Say it. Sounds good.
Crimson Dynamo.
Nah, he's called the Presence, and he was actually brought back in Kurt Busiek's Avengers run, I think.
Okay.
Like when Alan Davis was drawing it, I think he was brought. Yeah, they brought him back then.
Marvel Geography.
Marvel Geography.
The Baxter Building.
Avengers Mansion. Fifth Avenue.
Where
Queens.
where did the Hellfire Club as a social organization first originate?
First originate.
Basically looking for a country,
Okay.
nation.
Probably those damn French.
Jesus.
Frogs.
Hey, we got
Surrender
French
monkeys.
listeners,
I
don't we?
love France. I would move there in a heartbeat if I could.
Cheese-eating surrender monkeys.
Oh, stop.
If it wasn't for France, there'd be no United States.
Yeah, well, they did one good thing.
How about England?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
what I'm thinking
like
too.
Britain.
I know it's Europe, but I can't remember which. I'll go with that.
Well, what's
Britain,
your?
Britain, not French.
I'll say what's your initial? What was your initial thought?
Britain.
Okay, Great Britain.
England, yeah.
Because the White Queen is English.
Are we gonna? Are we? Which one do you want to check off here, guys?
You guys
See, I thought that was like the easiest question I
That
heard
was
all
geography,
game so
buddy.
far, except for Solomon
Yeah.
Grundy.
So that kind of we have to cross off geography.
There we go. I have to apologize for all the noise in my microphone. I don't have a
DC characters. That's the
DC
first
for it.
or
characters.
second DC time.
Yeah, we haven't gone there.
Don't go there.
Don't go.
Batman.
Starman.
Fire Fist, the Madmen, the Muse, Overthrow, and Carapax are all villain in which hero's rogues gallery?
The Shiznit Pimp.
Could you read those again, Alex?
Fire Fist, the Madmen, the Muse, Overthrow, and Carapax are all villains in which hero's rogues gallery?
The Muse is the one that's jumping out at me. And I don't know why I'm thinking Firestorm, but I could be wrong.
Fire Fist.
No, that could be.
Overthrow.
Because he's not going to put the real easy ones in there, like Icicle and...
Right. But you had Firehawk.
Carapax. Could that also be like
He had
The-
Black Bison, too.
Right.
the Space Starman previous one?
The Muse, though, that's the one...
Yeah,
It's
because
funny,
when
every
you were doing
time.
Overthrow and stuff like that, I was thinking of the Will Patton Starman, but
I'm going to go with your...
but I remember Blockbuster. That was kind of one of the big ones, and I can't remember Overthrow.
Is Blockbuster in that list? Is that what he said?
No, he's not. That's what I'm saying.
Go with the Will Patton Starman.
All right, Will Patton Starman.
Blue Beetle!
Shane.
I don't have. I didn't read them yet. I have them. I didn't read them.
How quickly we forget. Oh.
The Madmen is the big tip-off. Like that was both in the original Blue Beetle and in the DC version, too.
Kevin
Marvel
said that because he
Powers.
just gave me the Blue Beetle run, a year ago? I got them off
It
you.
wasn't that long, but
Yeah, I didn't even read that yet.
What did Mockingbird call the two steel alloy poles that could be used as a bow or javelin? It's not like a cutesy name. It's just like a
The head goes in the hands.
Truncheon, but
I think that's too generic of a.
I was thinking of a smart ass comment, but I want to be on the next clip show.
Go ahead, start now.
We did on the. We already did, man. I'm not contributing again.
I don't know.
I got nothing on this one.
No?
So here, go ahead, Matt.
Battle staves.
I was going to say battle staves. That's
Oh,
what I
there
was
you
thinking.
go. They're
But
called
I-
battle
we
staves.
can't steal anyway.
we can't steal, but
DC Hyper Time.
I can handle that.
stop.
Who is the female lead character of the cross-gen comic Meridian?
Meridian. I know.
Is that
I have no idea.
Why can't I get that question?
You can have that back. I didn't read it. So
I didn't either.
I freaking read it. I'm just trying to remember it now.
It's all up to you. Take Brother D.
Hey, if you guys like the 50th retrospective, I've already got an idea cooking for 100, man.
Oh no.
It's going to be cool. Yeah, we may just have to do 100 next week just because I want to do the bit.
We could do like DC's jump forward a year and come back, or then let's release episode 1 million.
Can we do something with the Marvel renumbering that would work out into something?
And those of you who don't frequent our boards, DC announced, Dan Didio announced, that J.G. Jones is going to be doing the covers for 52. Keith Giffen is going to be the breakdown. He's going to be the, I guess, like the
Creative
Coordinator.
creative consultant on the series. And the way he does scripts is he does little mini comics. So whoever's the artist is basically going to be working. The multiple artists are going to be working off his breakdown.
Come
And,
on,
and he
9
was
panel
just going to do
pages.
the
9
art.
panel pages, yeah.
He was just going to do the art, and when they came in, they took him as such a resource in the article. It said that
Right.
they used him for everything now.
I have no idea.
No idea?
It's Sephi.
Sephi.
I could picture. I could,
Meridian, main character of Meridian.
Meridian Sephi. Roll him
I
up.
have to roll now. Marvel powers.
Again.
Marvel powers.
Sticking to walls. Nothing up my sleeve. Presto.
Magic of the New Mutants was able to conjure what mystical weapon?
Wasn't it just the soul sword?
Hey, if you have an idea, I never heard of magic.
Colossus' little sister
Oh, that.
It's
I
the
never knew she-
prestidigitation.
who got the legacy virus.
Who died, was
I
revived,
think
resurrected, died, resurrected.
Yeah, I think it was just like the soul sword.
Hey, say it.
Soul sword.
Correct.
Very good.
Boo hiss.
Must be the mailman.
Roll him up.
DC. Oh, we have geography already. DC characters.
DC characters.
I kind of like when the dogs bark.
They disputed that last question.
What's Which hero is known as the Element Man?
That would be Metamorpho.
Metamorpho's correct.
Thanks for the help, Brian.
Hey, glad I could participate. DC characters. All right. Marvel continuity.
Marvel continuity.
We screwed that one up last time. Let's get it right this time.
The government commission dealing with mutants in America is called Project.
And we get so far and we get
Talk
frustrated
into the
at hearing
microphone.
questions we
I'm
know.
just spitballing. Right? Is that
I'm knowing
the
half of
program
these
with the
questions, and
Sentinels?
you can't steal
Isn't
them.
it
It's like frustrating because
Project
normally we get to
Whitewash or
steal
something
them.
along those lines.
I don't know. I was thinking. I mean, it's not Project Pegasus.
I have absolutely no idea. It could be Project anything. It could be Project Sewing Machine. I wouldn't
What was
know.
the big like event crossover that happened in X-Men with
Crisis.
Bastion,
Crisis.
who like was trying to turn the public opinion against mutants? Like,
I don't know. I don't retain anything.
I know what one John's talking about.
but yeah, I don't. I think he might be talking about the earlier, like the whole, like Matt said, the Sentinel program. What the heck?
Oh, that's one he. Okay.
Honestly, I pick any word out of the dictionary, and that could be the answer because I have no idea.
Mushabada.
Well, Project Pegasus is the only one that I know that has project in the name.
Then
So
that's our
Project
answer.
Pegasus.
Want to take a steal over there?
Wide Awake.
Project Wide Awake. Yeah.
And Project Zero Tolerance is what you were talking
that's
about
what it
from
is, yeah.
the other thing.
So was that the Sentinel program?
Yeah. Project Wide Awake.
Because
Yeah.
actually, in X2, in
In the
X,
movie, yeah.
look,
Yep.
there, it's on the
It's on the screen. Yeah.
Marvel Powers.
What'd you have?
Marvel Powers.
Marvel Powers.
Marvel Powers.
Marvel Powers.
Marvel Powers.
Marvel Powers.
Marvel
Definitely.
Powers.
Definitely.
Yeah. Now we'll get some freaking.
Web shooters.
No. You know better. Look at him shuffling through the cards.
Radioactive Spider.
What two things can the Captain America ally known as the Black Crow transform himself into?
The Black Crows was a rock band in the early 90s.
One of them
Hey,
was married
little thing,
to.
let me light your candle.
A black crow and a wolf, maybe? I'm trying to think Indian something.
Well, it is, and he does because he does transform into the and flies around, so he does do that. The wolf.
I was just trying to think of some like Indian
Yeah.
totem type things. A coyote, maybe?
Feral canine.
A wolf-like creature.
A peace pipe.
A peace pipe.
He becomes the bringer of joy around the campfire.
Would it be crow or raven? I guess a crow.
What's
It's
that
black
Indian
crow
word
anyway.
for buffalo from Dances with Wolves?
All right, go with the crow and the wolf.
Crow and a wolf.
A crow and a lightning bolt.
That's not an animal.
I didn't say
I
animal.
thought you said animal.
No.
We said two things.
Two things you can transform.
So we get a half
Marvel
like we do
continuity.
with your Stump the Rios. We get half a credit.
Not in this game. Which Wild West character was the first Marvel Western hero to receive a comic title? Cover date of March 1948.
It's had to be either Rawhide Kid or Kid Colt.
Hey, I don't know. I wouldn't have been able to
John
name
Wayne.
either of those.
Roy
Oh
Rogers.
wait, what about the original Ghost Rider?
I have no idea.
But I don't know. I think he might have come. He might have been later. Let's say Kid.
Moon Knight Kid.
Yeah.
Who the heck else
I'm
was
so
there?
sad at this game. It really is pathetic. I love to play it, and I don't never know any of the answers.
Any ideas, Matt?
That's my guess.
For some reason, Phantom Rider's coming in there, but that doesn't seem right. I have no idea.
Well, I'm gonna say Kid Colt.
Two Gun Kid.
Okay.
DC continuity.
DC.
Our fans are really losing faith in us now.
I
Where is
know.
Yeah, continuity.
I think your staff is bad luck. I'm gonna go out.
There are people just like punching their monitors right now, going, "You idiots!"
We listen to you.
I believed in you.
That's right.
Name-
It's like the old adage on the game show. You sit and watch TV and you can answer all the questions, but when you're
when
in
you
the
play.
studio,
That's right.
Name the female race that is the counterpart to the Guardians of the Universe.
Yeah, that's
The Harbingers.
Harbingers?
Yes.
The Zamorans.
Or the Harbingers.
that's who Harbinger was, right?
Yeah.
They were the ones,
There you go.
They were the ones who brought Star Sapphire, or created Star Sapphire.
Marvel characters.
Marvel characters.
And have sex.
And we got another head.
That was the end of Millennium.
One more head to head. What's that?
Boo.
Boo.
Yay.
let us have it.
Ready?
We all love a little head.
Name the 24 Avengers, as many as you can, who participated in Operation Galactic Storm.
Since I never read that,
And while they're doing that, I'll jump back to my September dates. Let's see. Cover date, September 1985, Long Shot number 1. Cover date, September 1986, Superman 423 was Alan Moore's Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. And also that same cover date, Watchmen number 1. First Alan Moore, Dave Gibbons story. Cover date of September 88, Animal Man #1, Grant Morrison's first American comic work. Cover date of September 1991, Wizard the Comics magazine premiered. September 5th of 1992, Batman the Animated Series aired for the first time on Fox. September 12th, 1993, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman live-action TV pilot debuted on ABC. Cover date, September 1995, Nightwing #1, the first issue of the ongoing series. September 6, 1996, Superman the Animated Series debuted on WB. We have September 9th of 1997, Burgess Meredith, who played the Penguin on the 60s Batman TV series, dies. He died at the age of 89. We have September 7th of 1998, the Pokemon cartoon series aired on American TV for the first time. September 10th, 1998, Daredevil #1, the Marvel Knights line debuts with Kevin Smith and Joe Quesada revamp. We have Sentry #1, has a cover date of September 2000. September 6th of 2000, the Ultimate Spider-Man #1 issue hit the stands. We have September 25th of 2002, Christopher Reeve turned 50. September 24th of 2003, Batman 619 hit the stands. That was the conclusion to the year-long Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee storyline. And finally, we have September 29th of 2004, Adam Strange #1 hits the stand by Andy Diggle and Pascal Ferry. And you can get Adam Strange, the Planet Heist trade paperback. I just saw that on InStockTrades.com. Discounted for 35%. It is a fabulous, fabulous story. If you're a fan of sci-fi, if you're a fan of DC's sci-fi, the Omega Men, Legion, Dark Stars, they all play a little part in that series. And that series is a precursor to the current Rand Thanagar War miniseries. Beautiful artwork by Pascal Ferry. And just really just slam bang action by Andy Diggle. So let's turn to the guys and how many you have. Want to just
16.
You have 16. What do you guys over there have?
16.
All right, let's stop there then. Let's stop there because if some are wrong, then we can.
That's kind of weird that we got exactly the same amount.
All right, whose question was that
I think it
time?
was our question.
Theirs.
All right, go again. Here we
Captain America,
go. Yep.
Quasar,
Yep.
Iron Man,
Yep.
Wonder Man,
Correct.
Vision,
Correct.
Giant Man,
Nope.
Scarlet Witch,
Yep.
Hawkeye,
Nope.
Mockingbird,
Yep.
Wasp,
Yep.
She-Hulk,
Correct.
U.S. Agent,
Uh-huh.
Black Panther,
Nope.
Falcon,
Yes.
Spider-Man,
No.
Thor,
Yes.
Checkmate, Hawkeye. That's it.
That's it. So how many did you get over there?
12.
12. All right.
All right. We have 9 of those 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Cersei,
Mm-hmm.
Hercules,
Yep.
Hercules, goddamn!
Jack of Hearts,
No.
Black Knight,
Yes.
Photon, Captain Marvel, female version.
No. Oh, yeah. There it is. Captain Marvel. Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Black Knight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14.
14. Yeah.
So even if we had put Hercules, we still would have been down by 1.
The Giant Man Hawkeye. Hawkeye was in it, but as
you had Hank Pym too.
Oh, Hank Pym. We had Hank Pym too.
yeah, Hank Pym.
So we had
Oh,
But-
you asked that question.
Hawkeye used the identity of Goliath during that miniseries.
Oh. Yeah.
So that's where the Hawkeye thing comes in. So once again, they stole it again. They stole another head-to-head
That was what? Marvel
Characters?
characters.
characters. Right.
No, we don't. Cool.
Woohoo!
What's the tally so far?
We have 2, 4, 5.
We have 6.
We have 6.
So shock you.
Yeah, but they went
have
first,
7.
so we have to go last.
Oh, the one doesn't count.
Yeah, that one doesn't exist.
DC characters.
DC
Name all the
characters.
Giffen Justice League that appeared in issue 1. That's what I want.
It's
On the
important
cover
to
of
mention
issue.
we're playing for who has the right to be the ED, you know, like Johnny D or Jamie D.
That'd be interesting.
But together we become Double D.
That sounds like a Peter David creation. Floyd Lawton is better known as which member of the Suicide Squad?
Boomerang. Captain Boomerang, isn't he? Isn't that?
Jamie looks like he just got hit in the
That's
head with
okay.
a brick.
That's okay.
I'm trying to. It's not Deadshot, is it?
Ooh, it is Deadshot.
It's Deadshot.
It's Deadshot.
Yeah.
It's Deadshot.
Uncle.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and you seemed pretty confident with it, but I was like, it seems like Deadshot.
No, that's it. That's fine. Things always come in my head, and I'm wrong. Marvel characters.
The Spider-Man villain was
Mean Streak, Crystalline, Serpentina, Bloodhawk.
The question's a Marvel question.
It is a Marvel.
I
question.
know, I'm being sarcastic.
Mean Streak, Crystalline, Serpentina, Bloodhawk, and Cerebra make up what group?
Characters that are not in the Marvel Universe. Characters that Brian never heard of. Except for Cerebra, maybe.
Serpentina.
I didn't know.
Can you say them again, please?
Yes, Alex.
Mean
Person
Streak,
A, person B.
Crystalline, Serpentina, Bloodhawk, and Cerebra.
Serpentina, yeah. Yeah. All the A's.
You don't have to whisper because we can't steal.
Yes.
And the audience is very
I
bored
only have
right
one
now.
mic to go between two of them.
Well, when they have the headphones on,
Got an idea?
Not really.
There's not like a femme fatales in Marvel, is there?
Not that I can think of. No.
We ran out of music.
Vamp a little bit.
Ay, 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 these guys are stinking it up here.
Any idea?
No.
No?
No. No, that was. I was thinking of that one Captain America with well, not the Servant Society, but the Sisterhood that when we had the Mother Superior and
The Nuns of Satan? That's it. That's the answer.
I have no idea.
Me either.
all right, punt.
Punt.
Drop him back 10 yards and punting.
X-Men 2099.
Oh, yuck.
PU.
That's not Marvel.
Not
Marvel.
Real Marvel.
Continuity.
It's real bad Marvel.
Jesus, no wonder I didn't know.
Who was a founding member of both the Avengers and the West Coast Avengers?
Oh, come on. Even I know that. Bastard.
For the love of.
Bogart.
Was he?
Yeah, I think he's.
Because the original it was Hulk.
Giant
say-
Man, Wasp, Hulk, Iron
No,
Man,
wasn't it
Thor.
Ant-Man? Yeah. So I'm almost thinking Iron Man.
Oberon, Mr. Miracle.
I would say he was. I definitely know he was the original Avenger. And there's only a couple of the original Avengers.
I don't know why I hold the mic towards you. When
Yeah, I
That's-
agree with that. Let's go with Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
All right.
That's what I thought it was.
We have powers. I have hyper time. Marvel events.
Marvel events.
Secret Wars.
Who were the first 4 characters featured in the first issue of the anthology book Marvel Comics Presents?
I know Man Thing.
Was it Giant Size Man thing? Or was
Only she would know.
Was Wolverine? Not he wasn't until later, right? Or was he?
No, I think it was Wolverine, Man Thing. No, not Spider-Man. The heck were the other two?
Wild
You got
Dog?
2 so far.
Wild Dog.
was Action Comics.
No.
Had his own miniseries. Wild Dog.
Oh.
You know, at
Nick-
that time that came out, Bulldog beer came out, and I was like, wow, look at that. They're kind of stealing the logo.
While they're over there vamping, I'll tell you the things that you see at 5 o'clock in the morning when you're watching television. I came across one of like the religious channels on our cable, and I now know what MC Hammer is doing.
Oh yeah.
Are you kidding me?
The
No, absolutely.
You know what?
The
So is
MC
one of the
Hammer Ministries, and he was like up there preaching away, testifying.
People will give money to anything.
That's
so
right.
so is one of the
Except
Baldwin
us.
brothers now has suddenly
really?
found
Steve-
God.
Steven
Baldwin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
get
way
out.
off his rocker
That's
now.
insane.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Havoc, maybe?
The drugs took a hold.
Might have been later.
I
knew
honestly
MC
don't know,
Hammer
John.
was.
I really
You got two.
Wolverine was my only contribution there. Probably two other people in the Marvel universe.
Which is a safe bet when you're going to Marvel Comics Presents.
Daredevil.
No, maybe Captain America. Might be Captain America. I'm thinking another kind of like second stringer type
Yeah, that's
character.
what I was thinking too, but I just don't remember.
You know, Captain what's his name with the thing and the power.
Actually, maybe it was the Thing. Maybe the Thing was one of them.
Those are your answers?
Yeah.
Wolverine and Man-Thing, you're right. It was Shang-Chi and the Silver Surfer.
Oh, Matt.
That was
Did he say that?
Yeah.
jokingly. I said Silver Surfer.
Oh.
I didn't remember
Marvel
that at
Hyper
all.
Time.
Marvel Hyper Time. Who was voted CBG's favorite comic book letterer of the century?
I think that was Todd Klein. Oh, it wasn't Richard. Was it Richard Starkings?
Ken Brusenek.
But I knew he wasn't the
No,
center.
I know. Not of the century. But,
Comic font number 7. I think it was.
did Artie, was that guy from Marvel that's been around, that was in the Silver Age and in the...
Artie Semenick?
Yeah.
I didn't think so. I thought it was either Todd Klein or Richard Starking from Comic Craft.
Has Starking been around that long?
Well, you got to remember they were saying century as in end of
Yeah.
that and beginning of this, and the way CBG votes sometimes it's whoever the hottest one is. And I know Brusnak was there for a while when they were doing those awards, and then
Yeah, because he was lettering just about everything there for a
and then,
while.
and then like Klein and Starking took over, and they bounced back and forth.
All right, so we got...
What's your answer?
What do you want to go with? Klein or Starking?
Klein was my initial.
All right, go with it.
Todd
Correct. Todd Klein.
Yes. And
Do you want to cross off? Let's cross that one off.
all right.
Marvel characters.
Marvel characters. What artist is responsible for the first revival of Captain America and his title in 1954?
Say it again. What?
What artist is responsible for the first revival of Captain America and his title in 1954? He had like a brief resurgence before
Right.
the whole.
Boy, the absolute
I would've-
the number of seconds of pure silence in this episode is going to just... People are going to be
Deafening.
passing out at their desks at work, I think.
I would have thought it would be Kirby.
Kirby, that's what I was
So I
thinking.
would have thought.
I thought it was creator owned by Simon and Kirby. That was the whole thing with Marvel.
Then they had it in 50s, though. That was when it went that different...
Yeah.
Ended up being a different Captain America while he was on hiatus when he was
Yeah.
passed out.
Passed out.
Well, he was passed out. Suspended in
He
animation.
was extremely intoxicated.
Intoxicated.
Hey, if you're
Go
in
Kirby.
Baltimore,
Kirby.
we want to keep picking
Kirby.
this out. We're going to be in Baltimore September 17th and September 18th, Baltimore Comic Con. They have a huge guest list. Tickets are $15 for one day, $25 for 2 days. So make an appearance because we will all be there, a lot of us. What was
said
your answer,
Kirby.
Kirby? And John Romita Sr.
Yeah.
DC continuity.
DC continuity.
Infinite Crisis.
Let's see.
No picking. You should just
Yeah,
go.
I know. He does that all the
Some
time.
of these
Top
we
card.
answered.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Make
You
the
went
game
in
go
order.
faster.
Wait,
But don't pick an easy one for them now that we're doing it that
Look at
way.
the stack of those cards. There's no way
Batman
we
and
got
the
to-
Outsiders first
Some bitch.
battled the New Olympians when the villains tried to disrupt which major sporting event?
The Olympics.
Any ideas, Matt? I've only read a handful of Batman
The
and the Outsiders.
1984 Olympics.
Some bitch.
The new Olympians.
What would that be?
It's the new Super Bowlians. What did they interrupt?
Marvel characters. Super Bowlians.
The World Series.
Calvin Rankin is better known as...
Were we in Marvel?
Yeah.
There's your answer.
The name is familiar, but I
have no idea. I thought you were going to say
Rankin.
Calvin Klein.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I think so.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Did you hear me?
No, I didn't.
Well, then you don't know.
I just wanted to sound like I was actually
Could you go into the mic?
Okay.
I have no idea.
I think so.
Paste Pot Pete.
Do you guys know over there?
Mimic.
Mimic.
Who the hell's Mimic?
He's the guy that
In
mimics.
the X-Men.
He had all their powers. Like,
Mimics them.
Okay. Well, roll.
Marvel characters, which we have, so roll that one again. Marvel geography we have.
We have that too. Well, why don't we just pick? We only missed
Yeah, we
one
just
Marvel.
pick.
I
Yeah,
mean,
just
what-
pick
what do I have to sit here and
Marvel
roll forever?
continuity. Yeah, that's stupid.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm not answering that question. Sorry.
And you don't have to answer it. You have to
No,
ask
no, no.
it.
I mean, I'm not asking. What wrestler did Peter Parker fight to raise money before he became Spider-Man?
Hulk
Come on.
No, I'm not gonna
Crusher
ask
Hogan.
I didn't know the answer to that.
Didn't you?
No. I
Crusher.
would have said Bonesaw.
Bonesaw was ready.
What is Reed Richards known as in the MC2 universe?
Oh, jeez.
Dork.
The what?
Dork.
MC.
Marvel Comics 2. It was like a
That's where Spider Girl and the Juggernaut's kid or something had a
Yeah, the
series.
Juggernaut that wore a flannel shirt tied around his waist and, all that bull.
Never heard of that.
Thank goodness you ain't missing
You're not
that.
missing.
Spider-Girl's alright, but the rest of it blows.
No idea. I tried to stay away from that.
Reed Richards.
Smart guy.
Shit brick. I don't know.
Is that what the ongoing?
Fantastic Mister.
Wait. Is that what the ongoing series right now? Is that what the ongoing Spider Girl series right now? Is that
That's
the
Basically, yeah.
Well, that was.
Okay.
That's part of the
Then
universe.
I think I know.
I bet you don't.
I don't know.
You guys have an answer?
No.
No.
Is it Big Brain?
It's Big Brain.
Ah, son of a bitch.
The thing is, I'm just so ashamed you even know it.
What do you need?
DC
in
powers.
DC powers. All right.
Sorry.
Do that while they're thinking.
That's right. We don't have mic. We don't have headsets, so.
Yeah, that is right.
I can't ask that question. Sorry.
You need
That
to
or-
put those in a box and you just pick from the front and you put it in the bag. And you pick from the front and you put it in the bag.
DEO stands for what?
Department of Extra Normal Operations.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, I had no idea. See, you laugh at these and,
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it.
It's from Chase.
Chase.
Yep.
Marvel events.
Name the 3 main villains of the X-Men New Teen Titans crossover one-shot.
3 villains?
3 villains.
Well, it's Dark Phoenix, Dark Side, and I don't know who the third one is. Jesus.
Didn't you? I have. That's
Oh.
good.
Walt Simonson artwork.
Walt Simonson and Chris Claremont. That was good.
And then they were going to do a DC version, but they never did.
Yeah, I wish they would have. That
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
I loved all those Marvel DC crossovers.
Yeah.
They were all good.
Only give me a second here.
All right, your time's up. Second.
And Trigon.
You guys know what the third one is over here?
No.
Deathstroke was the third one.
That's
Okay.
Dark. Marvel Geography. Continuity.
Marvel continuity. Which costumed identity did Hank Pym have at the time Scott Lang stole the Ant-Man identity? I think they all fell asleep.
I only know Giant Man for him. That's it.
No, I'm thinking because it was back in Iron Man.
Don't think too much, Kevin.
Was it Yellow Jacket? Was he doing Yellow Jacket?
No,
I think they're only it's Yellow Jacket, Goliath, or Giant Man.
or Hank Pym.
Yeah.
How many you guys have?
We need 3 to go.
And what do you guys? How many? Do you
need 5 to go.
Oh, so we win. Time's up.
Goliath first.
Pick one.
Go with your gut.
Goliath.
Yeah, your gut's full of crap. Yellow Jacket.
Oh,
Jamie was
You're
right.
all right, Jamie.
Marvel characters.
Marvel characters.
We can get this one.
It's another head-to-head.
Oh, come on with that.
For
Excellent.
fun. This one you only need. There are
Only 100.
132.
7.
name as many Avengers possible with color-themed code names. Let me see if I have anything to announce coming up. Dead time, dead air. Oh, I'll do something. Since we're in a trivia mode here, and they're thinking up, I was gonna prepare this for episode 50, but I just didn't have enough time because I was doing the retrospective, and that ate up my hours. A Stump the Audience, since we're playing a trivia game. The prize for the Stump the Audience are the 6 issues of the I Can't Believe It's Not the JLA story from JLA Classified 4 through 9 by Giffen, DeMatteis, McGuire, and all the rest. So that'll be your prize. For the first person with the correct that sends us an email for the with the answers to these questions. Here's question number 1. The character of Nort, the Green Lantern, is based on what TV sitcom character? Second question. What is the only work from Marvel that Kurt Swan did? And the third question is kind of tricky. Name as many as you can, or all of them. Name all the Suicide Squad members in the entire Suicide Squad series. It's like 1 through 66, I believe. You don't need to count annuals. You don't need to count Suicide Squad appearances in like Firestorm or Captain Atom. I just want the main numbered issues of the Suicide Squad. List all the characters, basically the characters that went on missions. Okay, like Batman showed up in Suicide Squad, so obviously don't want to count him, But anybody that was a mission member of the Suicide Squad. So the first person to email us with the correct answers to those 3 questions will get the I Can't Believe It's Not the JLA story arc from JLA Classified. And those 3 questions again, what character? The character of Nord is based on what TV sitcom character? What is the only work from Marvel that Kurt Swan did? And list all the Suicide Squad members in the entire Suicide Squad series. And that series was done by John Ostrander, and Luke McDonnell did the artwork, and some other artists filled in here and there. So anybody that went on a mission for the Suicide Squad. So get cracking, and first person to answer that will win that great 6-issue storyline. So what do we got? How many you got over there?
We have 6.
How many you got?
6.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Oh, we have 5. I'm sorry.
Then
Whose question was it that?
it was our question.
All right,
Every
so-
one of these has been our question.
Try to think of one more.
No, it's not it.
We got
Wait,
Scarlet.
no, wait, because you don't know if they don't.
Yeah.
I tell you what. Give me.
We'll be honest with you.
All right. Okay. All right. All
You
right.
can
So
see
put
the
your pencil
pen
down.
moving.
Go ahead. Go.
We got.
But see, then if they say one that we didn't know, then it's like giving us one. So
Well, no, we won't. You can't.
We-
Because maybe they got.
Maybe they
Go
got two
ahead.
wrong.
Well, did you want them to go first then?
Maybe they should since
Yeah.
they have. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, Black Knight,
Black Knight,
Black Panther,
Black Panther,
Scarlet Witch,
Scarlet Witch,
Quicksilver,
Quicksilver,
Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket.
That's the 5 we have.
All right. You guys over there.
Silver Claw,
Silver Claw.
Blue Diamond.
No.
So we're
Obscure Marvel character. I didn't think he was an Avenger, but in desperation.
so we tied then. Right?
So,
Yeah.
so you got all those
Yeah,
other
we
ones I
got the
missed.
same ones today.
Which ones did you name again? Say it again.
Black Knight,
Black
Black
Knight.
Panther, Scarlet Witch,
Scarlet Witch.
Quicksilver,
Uh huh.
Yellow Jacket.
And Yellow Jacket.
And then they had one wrong.
Then
What-
one
no,
wrong. And
one-
they had
one
Silver
wrong.
Claw.
And then we didn't have Quicksilver.
Yeah, so we
We
tied.
had Silver
We had Silver
Claw.
Claw.
But they had Silver Claw.
So, it's
So
a
what's
So
the
how
tie.
many
last
did you
one?
have?
Ready? I'll give you a hint. First person to shout it out. Russian.
Crimson Dynamo.
Dark Star, Black Star,
Russian. Female.
Red.
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Oh, duh.
Cool. So how many did you
All
get
right.
over there?
Well, I think we have
Yeah,
to-
'cause we're gonna cancel
running
it.
out
We're
of
gonna-
time here, but
And how many did you get
We
altogether?
had 1, 2, 3.
We
4,
tied
6,
then.
7, 8.
And what do you
no,
have?
we
You have 9.
9.
9. Yep. So Brian teams win.
That was good though.
Wow, that's
cool.
That was a better session than usual because we were like pressed for time.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that was mildly entertaining at least for the.
Let us know, and
Hey,
we'll
we
either
tried.
do it
Hey,
again or
You
not.
asked for
You
it,
asked and we
gave
gave
it
it
to
to
you.
you.
If you don't like it, it's your own damn fault.
that'll go over well.
You guys, we're going home.
Okay, well we have definitely gone way over time period
Yeah.
here. So, if you would like to send us an email with your idea for what a show should be, send it to comicgeekspeak@gmail.com. Check out our blog, comicgeekspeak.blogspot.com. For information on some other comic podcasts, go to comicspodcast.com. Big thanks to Bob at gamecircuit.net for hosting our files. Vote for us at Podcast Alley and subscribe to us using iTunes. And if you would like to buy a t-shirt, you can do so on our blog. They are $10, and that includes postage. As always, we are... I said that backwards. As usual, we are brought to you in conjunction with WorldFamousComics.com. And as always, we are uniting the world's mightiest heroes, one listener at a time. See you next time.